Downstairs. One more time. We got to play that one more time. That's my jam. One more time, y'all. One more time. I know I'm gonna get a copy strike. It's alright. Yes. I know y'all like to keep this up. Cut up. Always doing some nonsense. Baby, you got to live. You only got one life, honey. Yes, honey. Even when it's bad, baby, you have to wake up and do it all over again. Shit. Come on now, y'all. Come on. Damn. Get it. Yes. I don't care where you at right now. Walk in that chair at work. Say, here come that hot bucket. Yes, honey. Shout out to my king. Putting this smile on my face this morning, baby. Yes, thank you, Green Beans. Hey, love, what's up, baby? Get it, y'all. Get it, y'all. I don't care what you're going through this morning. You hear me? You hear me? Let's get it poppin', baby. Y'all like that yellow, huh? everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. Okay? Now, listen, I don't care what anybody say. I look good in this yellow today. I don't... Listen, you say what you want to say about me, baby. I look good in this yellow. I don't... Yeah. You know, there's certain colors that you know when you put the colors on, you look good, you know. Purple is my color. Okay, purple's my color. All right, blue my color. Okay, and yellow is my color. I'm a big girl, but yes. Okay, I don't care what you say, baby. Okay? Look. I look like a whole chocolate cake. I don't. Listen, okay? I don't care what you say about me, baby. I don't care what you say about me, baby. Okay? I'm a whole chocolate cake, baby. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want to say about me, baby. Okay? Because, you know, I get a lot of haters. I get a lot of haters, okay? Okay, somebody told me yesterday that I need to be wearing makeup, okay? Now listen, I put a little foundation on, you know, little something. I don't put too much, okay? I don't put too much. I don't want to look crazy. You know how sometimes older women, they put too much, they look crazy? I still want to look like scrumptious to my husband, like, you know, throw these, you know, shake my, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to say it too much in the morning. Okay, we'll get to that later. But I just want to, you know, I still want to look sexy to my husband. You know, not too much makeup, look scary. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look scary. I want to look like, you know, this is a chocolate cake. I want to, you know, I want to eat, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say, y'all. Okay? You know what I'm trying to say. Now, let's get to the foolery. Green meat, stop laughing. It's not funny. Okay? It's not funny. I see you. Okay? Now, for all my haters, hit that like button, because I know you're here. Okay? Hit that like button. Okay? Be nice. When I go to your stuff, I hit the like button, damn it. Okay? Oh, Lord. Okay. Now, the title of this foolery is Jasmine Crockett said, "We the people don't need 5K." Okay? We don't need that 5K. Okay? You can't buy our vote. Okay? Now, put a 1 in the chat. If they give out the 5K, are you going to go and tell them, hell no, I don't want the money? Put a 1 in the chat, okay, if you want the 5K. Put a 2 in the chat if you're going to return the check, okay? I'm already raising my hand, okay? I'm already raising my hand. I don't have time for this foolery. If you... if you want the 5K, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't want the 5K, put a 2 in the chat, baby. Tell them, say, I'm going to return the check, damn it. Steven said 1, I will return the check. Okay? I will put, yes, honey. Green Bean said 1, and child, please, listen. Brittany said, I'm keeping that shit. Wait a minute. 18 said 1. Naomi said, nah, Naomi. I said 1 time now, damn it. I said 1. Oh, my God. Walker said 1. And the newcomers, all of y'all said 1. Hello to all the newcomers. How are you? Can you imagine? Okay? Can you imagine now, damn it? Okay? Now. Now, listen, it's all alleged. Okay, Trump didn't say he was doing anything. It's all alleged. It's just that the money that Doge found, okay? And so they're trying to say, let's give it to the working class that, you know, paid taxes last year. That's what allegedly, okay? I don't want y'all to get souped up, but I don't want Crockett to be opening her mouth. Sister girl, listen, I'm not hating on my sister. Beautiful chocolate woman. She's very beautiful. But I don't want you to speak for me. You know? Let Take Heed say she won it. You know what I'm saying? I need that 5K. Let me say it. I don't want you to speak for me, baby. I don't want you to speak for me. I want to be able to tell him if I want it or not. I don't want nobody speaking for me. You not who I put there. I didn't put you there. Okay? Is she from Texas? She Texas, right? Texas put you there. I'm from Jersey. I didn't ask for you to say nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Brittany, stop laughing, Brittany. This the truth, baby. You know, you from, yeah, rock out with your people. Tell your people they don't need that money. But Jersey over here, they need that money, okay? I want to speak for my sisters and brothers. We need that money over here in Jersey. And when I say sisters and brothers, every color in Jersey, okay? Every color in Jersey. We need that money. The ones that work hard all year long, we need that money. Crockett said you don't need that money. Not when eggs is $11, baby. Okay? Not when I told y'all last week when our daughter went to the store, baby, and eggs is $11. You know, we not doing that. I don't know what happened. All right. Now Walker said, but she wanted the hurricane victims to take the Semfit. Listen, I'm confused. I'm confused, Walker. I know good and hell well. Okay, I know good and hell well. Okay, somebody said we need it in New York as well. Now, damn it, I know what that's right. I know that's right. Now, listen, we gonna get into what she said, but we gonna also talk about Lunell. Okay, Lunell went over to the Kendra G show, baby. Lunell is looking for a man. You know her husband passed away. Okay, my condolences to Lunell. Okay, but she is ready to, get out there and do some, some foolery. And she was on Kendra G, so we gonna discuss her later. But first, we gonna get on Miss Crockett. First, we gonna talk about Miss Crockett. Miss Crockett said that you will be buying the American people vote. Wait a minute, y'all. I thought we already voted for Trump. I'm confused. We already voted, right? November 5th, we voted. So I'm confused. Tara, what's up, baby? We voted already. So any money y'all give us, it's not that you buying our vote. This is last term. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Mm-hmm. She definitely should not be on Kendra's show. Baby, she was there. She was there. Lunell was there, baby. Honey, she was hilarious. I'm sorry. I know that there's correction needed in that, but she's 65 years old. She's not going to get anything now. It's just, I mean, she's not going to take any correction. She's 65. She's in her zone. You can't try to change nobody that's 65. Now I don't care what nobody say. We just gonna talk about it, but you can't tell nobody nothing at 65. They done already lived their life. So Lunell is out here like, listen, baby, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And her husband, I think it's been a year that the husband passed away. I think it's been a year or a year and a half that the husband passed. And so now she ready to get out there, honey. Okay? She ready to give that pussy from the free throw line, baby. Listen, honey. Listen, I'm not mad at nobody who, I'm not mad. I'm not mad, okay? Because being a married woman, okay, I like to give my pussy away. So I like to give my pussy away to my husband. To my husband. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Because when that thing crawl up on you late in the midnight hour, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, Walker, stop laughing at me. I'm not, okay? Because listen, my thing is that, she's 65, the husband passed, and she's lonely. And no matter what you could do, you can't correct somebody 65. You can't correct nobody. We just gonna listen to the story, okay? We just gonna listen to the story. And listen, honey, honey. I don't know how y'all do it. Some of y'all, Lord, I don't listen. Oh my goodness. And sometimes I feel bad for my husband because he be tired. He done worked like 12 hours sometimes. And I look at him and he come out the shower. There's a problem. I'm like, yeah. But anyway, listen, let's get to the conversation. Let's get to the conversation. Okay, so shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. Okay, shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. This brother had dissect this, but before we get to him, I want us to go straight to Young, Black, and Wealthy. This brother dropped the same thing about what Crockett said. But also, I want to share something with y'all. Did y'all see the video of the woman who her two children passed away in the car? Did y'all see the video? It's all over social media. So I first got the first hit from Young Black and Wealthy on IG. Shout out to that brother. Then the second hit that I got about this video was from Cellulite. That was the second video that I got, okay, that I heard about the lady. But Young Black and Wealthy hit me up first. He showed me like, sis, this is, on his page, and I'm like, damn, this is crazy. But I told y'all that that shit didn't make no sense. But y'all was like, some of my sisters in here, oh, you bashing her. And you gotta see some of the sisters in the comment like, oh, this could have been before. This could have been before. So what does that tell you with a woman? Good morning, Mrs. She said, Onika, I see you. Tara, I hope I said good morning to you, baby. To all the newcomers, how are you? So I saw her on a Facebook, video that Young Black and Wealthy dropped first, okay, that I saw. Then it was Cellulite. So back to the story. The women in the chat was like, this could have been before. You know what I'm saying? The women in the chat was like, this could have been before that she was up on somebody IG dancing and this and that. So how many months before? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have no place to live. Nobody is asking this question. How did she not have an apartment? Because they said she was living in this parking lot for 3 months. So that means she lost her apartment with all the programs that they have in each state that will help you. That she lost her apartment. Okay? And I kid you not right now, y'all. I kid you not. This young girl does not look responsible enough that not young girl, I want to call her young and try to make it seem like she's some youngin'. But this woman, she's not responsible enough to pay a $1,500, excuse me. She's not old enough to pay, not old enough. How can I say this? She's not responsible enough to pay something about $1,500. She's not. She is not. Even 2,000. She's not responsible enough to pay that. You could just look at her and tell that something is not right. Okay, so more than likely she is on some type of assistance and she was not paying what she was supposed to pay. That's what it looked like to me. Now y'all could judge it the way you want, but I can read people. I ain't lying to you. Especially if I'm intent, if I'm moving with a clean heart and mind, I can read people. Now I'm not gonna get in here and say all the time I'm good with it, because I was wrong when I was on those panels and shit. I wasn't reading people right on those panels. But okay, when you look at this girl, it looked like she just was doing nonsense with those children. Okay, and so now they said that the video is after the kids passed away, that she up there, gyrating and dancing and all this other stuff. So I don't know. Y'all be the judge of it. Okay, y'all be the judge of it. If she really was doing that nonsense, or was it before? Okay, but those kids are gone, and my condolences to the father. I do. I listen. I don't think the father knew about this stuff. I don't think he knew about this stuff. I kid you not. I don't think the father knew that this woman was homeless with his kids. I do not think so. I think he would have taken his 2 children. I think he would have. If she would have told him, I think he would have taken his 2 children. Okay? Because what father, I don't care if the father is living that thug life or whatever, what father would not want to take his children when the children are homeless? That doesn't make sense. Do you hear what I'm saying? Remember yesterday I told y'all, pride, don't let pride catch you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let pride catch you. All right? Mrs. She said, I see you. How are you, my sister? Don't let pride catch you. And so and she got 2 other kids by another man. Okay, 2 other kids by another man. But they didn't interview that brother. They didn't interview that brother about his children being homeless. And I understand, because, the 2 that passed away, that's different. Okay. But we in here and we're bashing the father. We're bashing the father. Everybody is bashing the father. But she let pride catch her. Because from hearing stuff in the streets, the father moved on. Okay? The father moved on. He got his shit together. He's doing good. Pride didn't want it. She didn't, you know what I'm saying? She let pride in the way of telling him that her and those babies were in trouble. And to me, no matter who tells me what, okay, you as a single mother, the children depend on you. They depend on you. Just like that old saying, everybody love to get out here and say that shit, okay? Everybody love to get out here and say that shit. Mama's baby, papa's maybe. Everybody love to say that shit, right? Okay? So if you love to say that shit so well, how come you didn't make sure these babies got a place to stay? Were you not collecting, child support for these children? Where did the money go? Nobody is asking the right questions. Okay? And Johnson in here said, why wasn't she in the car with them? I'm confused. This is like, wow. And you know what? We out here. Good morning, Miss Straight Up No Chaser. How are you, baby? We out here and we're condoning what she's doing. You got to see the sisterhood. They wilding out for this young lady. They are wilding out for her. And they know that this young woman is on demon time. They know she is. Because at the end of the day, the children rely on you, mama, to put them in a safe place. They rely on you. Today or tomorrow, a man can leave you. Your kids rely on you. You have to be able to keep them in a stable place, even if it's a 1-bedroom apartment, even if it's a studio, baby. Do you hear what I'm saying? Even if it's a studio. I know what I'm saying because I went through the same thing with my firstborn. I went through the same thing. I got my first apartment. I lived in the attic. I lived in the attic. A furnished attic in Elizabeth on Magnolia Street in Elizabeth. Was it Magnolia? Yeah. Court Street. Yeah. Magnolia. In the attic with my son. Okay? Baby, I furnished that place little by little, honey. C.H. Martin's was the place, honey. Shout out to C.H. Martin. C.H. Martin's was the place, baby. You have to make sure you have a stable place for your children. A warm place for your babies. Partying and all that does not make sense. You out here, listen, and I was a teen mama. I was not out there shaking my ass. I wasn't doing that no more. I'm like, nah, I got to get on my grind. I got to work. I got to do this and make sure me and my child got. That's how I was. That was in my mind. Y'all get up here, y'all just be fucking, you be just a fucking, no care. You don't care, you fucking, Because listen, fucking feel good. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. But y'all just be fucking, Baby come, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is protecting themselves. Y'all just fucking. It's good, And these babies be in trouble. Nobody will tell me that this young woman did the right thing. Nobody will tell me. Okay? Nobody will tell me. I don't give a damn. You can't tell me. You cannot tell me. Every day I'd have been down there at that welfare building. Every day. They would have get tired of seeing my face. Every day I'd have been down there at that welfare building. They would have get tired of seeing my face. I ain't lying to you. Every day I'd have been down there. Somebody got to help me. Every day I'd have been down there. I don't have nowhere to go. Do you hear me? The best thing she could have done for those babies was send them to their father. She could have not let pride catch her. Send those children to their father until she can get somewhere good to stay. and get back on her feet. You do not listen to me. If anything ever happened, God forbid, I don't put myself in this situation. But back in the day, if I could not, and this is before I met my king, but when I was just a single mother doing it on my own and I couldn't handle anything, I would have gave my son to his father. I'd have said, no, I can't. It's too much. I'm not able to do it. You know what I'm saying? And this brother had his own place and everything. I would have just gave my son up. And I would have just hustled until things got better. But y'all scared to tell these baby fathers that y'all in trouble. Now, Tara, don't get in here talking about C.H. Martin Basin. Don't get in here lying. Now, Tara, wait a minute now. Now, Tara, don't start no trouble. I was about to say lying. I had messed up. Now, I was saying don't get in here lying. Like, listen, baby, you know. Shout out to C.H. Martin's. Okay, shout out to C.H. Martin. Shit, they had the best furniture. Listen, honey. Now, all I'm saying is that this woman right here, she came to social media, she cried, she did a grandstand, but nobody is asking the question, how did she lose this apartment? How did she lose this apartment? Now these babies are gone to glory. All because she didn't want to come out and tell the truth. All because she didn't want to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Pride, don't let my sisters, let me share something with you. Don't let pride catch you, baby. Don't let pride catch you. Don't let pride catch you. Pride is a problem. Pride is a problem, baby. You could be going through hell, and because your pride, you don't tell nobody. And you continue to stay in that turmoil. Do you hear me? Don't sit up there and continue to stay in that turmoil. You going through some problems. Get out there, talk. Tell somebody. Don't get in here. Listen, this is one thing being a project kid. I told y'all this yesterday. Pride don't catch me, baby. Pride don't catch me. If Take Heat is in trouble, Take Heat gonna say, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I need help. Pride is not gonna catch me there. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. So let's get into the foolery. Now, we finished with that. Shout out to Young Black and Wealthy, and shout out to Cellulite as well for sending me the info about that young woman, okay? That she was at some party dancing her ass off, okay? Now, also shout out to Young Black and Wealthy again, because we're going straight into Crockett, okay? Here we go. This is what this young brother said.
I just don't understand Democrat insanity. I just don't understand, y'all. I don't understand. So now, ghetto rep, Walmart rep, Jasmine Crockett just said, because you know Trump and Elon are talking about giving out $5,000 as a refund, 20% refund. For all the money they stole from us Americans. We deserve it. We need it. We just got out of a 4-year oppression of Joe Biden. She had the nerve to say we don't give out money. We're not in the business of giving out money. Can you believe this Democrat said that? But all the billions you've given to Ukraine, all the billions you've given, this is why I don't know how any of y'all can vote for this insane party. She said, we're not in the business, but you're paying for Sesame Street sex changes in Guatemala. You just don't care about Americans. I just don't understand.
He ain't lying, though. He ain't lying. Where's the lie, y'all? Where is the lie, y'all? Okay? Jay LaRaw, how are you, baby? Yes, where is the lie? Okay? Where's the lie? Because let me share something with you. She the one who was bragging, telling everybody what Auntie Nancy sent us those stimulus checks. Y'all remember? She said it wasn't Trump that sent out those stimulus checks. It was Auntie Nancy. You want to thank somebody? She said, thank Auntie Nancy. That's what she said. She said, if you want to thank somebody, thank Auntie Nancy. So it was Auntie Nancy that sent us that money. That's what she said. Okay? That's exactly what she said, baby. Okay? But now she's saying that, you know, you trying to buy the American, you trying to buy our vote. Okay? We already voted, baby. We already voted. Okay? You don't want us, and this is the thing that irks my nerve about Democrats and Republicans, right? All these senators and House of Representatives, they're all millionaires. Millionaires or multimillionaires, all of them, Republican and Democrat, they both are. Now, remember when they sign all this stupid stuff, remember when they get all this stuff in a bill or, a program, an agenda, all this stuff, they got to vote on together. Am I right? They got to all vote on it together and the majority pass it, then it go over to the president to sign, okay? So all these senators and House of Representatives, they know what's in this bill. They know what's in this bill. So all this stupid stuff that we seeing coming down the pipe about the ducks quacking and bullshit and counting the squirrels, they all know about this stuff. You gonna tell me that they voting on an agenda they don't know what's in here? Come on now, this is stupid. Okay, so all of them are getting these, rich quick schemes on us. Okay, because I always find it, and I was telling my king this that it always bothers me is that when we do a federal shutdown, right? Like the budget didn't pass, whatever, these motherfuckers still get paid. Like all of them still get paid, but all the programs that is governed, that they get money from the government, their stuff gets shut down. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that was so crazy. And every year they don't mind giving themselves a raise. Like they able to pass that like every year to get a raise. You know what I'm saying? Nobody says no to the raise. But when the money is supposed to come to the working class, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? When the money has to come to the working class, it's a problem. I'm gonna share something with you. Most of y'all, and I ain't trying to be nasty. I'm not trying to be nasty, but most of y'all gonna spend this money at Walmart. Most of y'all gonna go out to Target. Y'all gonna spend this money. It's gonna go back into the economy. Okay? Most of y'all don't know what to do with the money. Okay? Listen, this is the uncomfortable truth. I'm not trying to be mean. Okay? I will do take heed. Wish that she could just do whatever she want to do if the money do come. I can't. My husband is the one who controls the money. Okay, I'm not ashamed to say I get an allowance. Okay, I listen. I'm not ashamed because I'm not good with money. And in a marriage, if one is good with money and the other one is not, the one who's good with money should be the one to maintain everything, right? Okay. Good morning, Young. How are you, baby? So my thing is that why why can't we get the money? You know what I'm saying? I know Trump ain't say nothing about it yet, but why are you hating on us? Cause y'all millionaires up there. Multi-millionaires as well. Some of y'all, okay? And so you hating on us because they want to give this to every household that pay taxes. I think we deserve it. What y'all think? Okay? Because eggs is $11. What y'all think? Because eggs is $11, baby. I can't. I can't. Mm-mm. I can't. Now Johnson says, "Does anybody watch the Senate meetings?" And this is what I was telling everybody when we first started doing this political foolishness, because we have to start watching C-SPAN. We do. I told y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to C-SPAN. You ain't gotta watch it right away, but put it in your roster so you can go back and look at it. Cause even Take Heed subscribe to C-SPAN too. Because I think what it is that we don't watch enough. That's why they be passing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't watch enough, so they pass like stupid stuff. Okay, listen, we got to do something. We got to do something better. So now let's go straight to Anthony Brian Logan. Shout out to this brother. His content is amazing. I don't know if some people follow this brother, but this brother is his content is fire. Oh my god. And he just so the way he talks is so he articulates, I hope I'm saying that right, everything so clear, and you just understand. You know what I'm saying? I love content creators like that. The ones who be doing that extra stuff where y'all be going into some big words and all that, trying to look educated and stuff like that. I don't like content creators like y'all. You go too far. Just tell us what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you trying to like do all this boo boo the fool nonsense on social media. So shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. Let's get into his content.
Possibility of Americans getting up to $5,000 from Doge savings. And Miss Reparations herself, Jasmine Crockett, doesn't like it. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the possibility of Americans getting up to 5,000 US dollars in a check from the federales from Doge savings. As you guys know, we've been cutting a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government to the tune of billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. Now, I don't know what the final tally is going to be, but I've read things. They said 30 billion, 70 billion. It could be as much as $100 billion in savings that we've cut on a yearly basis from Doge savings. Now, I've read a few different things about this, and I think as of right now, it's just rumors with nothing solid. Okay, so I wouldn't count on this. I wouldn't wait for 5 bands, as the cool kids say, to hit your checking account. However, there are news stories, there are news articles talking about this. Now, here we are on Forbes. Elon Musk mulls sending all Americans $5,000 checks using Doge savings. Now, I did a little bit of math. Let's say there's 325 million Americans. I know there could be more, could be less. Let's just say for math's sake, 325 million Americans. If each American man, woman, child gets $5,000, you're talking about $1.6 trillion. That's not going to happen, in my humble opinion. That's a little bit too much. $1.6 trillion with a T, not million, not billion, but 1.6 trillion. That's a lot. Even if you cut it in half to say 175 million Americans, you're still talking about $800 billion. That's a lot of money, okay? Now, again, these are just rumors, but you have news sites reporting on it. Okay, here's Forbes, and then here is CNBC. This is a different narrative. Now, this says Trump says he's weighing giving 20% of Doge savings to Americans. Now, if I did the math again, if the Doge savings are, let's say, 100 billion, 20% of that is 20 billion. So $20 billion to 325 million Americans is about 50 bucks. Maybe $100. I don't think that'll happen because the 5,000 number is already out there in the wild. So if the number, the rumored number is 5,000, and then we give 50 bucks, okay, where is the rest of the money at? Even if it was 500 bucks, where's my other 4,500? That'd be the narrative. So I don't really see this happening, not in the way that it's been shown in the news. It could, but I doubt it, and I wouldn't count on it. Now, Jasmine Crockett, the Democrat.
Now, I like what he said because he's telling the truth. It may not happen. This is just, hearsay. Okay, let's continue.
Racist Black Americans, okay? So she's saying we're not in the business of giving money out, but you do want to give money out to certain races. So, okay, I'm just saying, just for a little bit of context, there's a little bit of hypocrisy going on, but let's just play this. I will link to this video and the articles in the box. If you're on IG, Facebook, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Campaigned with Trump, telling voters that he would cut government spending and reduce the deficit. Now they're conducting mass layoffs, and Doge's website claims it has saved an estimated $55 billion through fraud detection as well. So isn't this what the American people voted for?
Oh, absolutely not. Listen, when he was campaigning with Donald Trump, he was going around and jumping around on a stage. Now, I think that no matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, you want to know that we are being as efficient as possible with your tax dollars. And so I think that all American people are on board for this. This is why
So did we vote for it or did we not vote for it? If we're on board with what he's doing, as far as cutting the waste, fraud, and abuse, and then they were campaigning on that. They were talking about that. Doge was an idea before the actual election happened. How can you say we didn't vote for it? I don't understand, but I digress.
the oversight committee has always existed within the Congress, it is because we are supposed to be the watchdogs over the money. But this idea that if we get rid of USAID, that is going to fix our money woes is another farce. USAID takes up less than 1% of our entire budget. It
doesn't matter how much of the budget it takes up. If it's money that we're spending that we don't have to spend, why spend it? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's only, $100 billion. It's no big deal. It's only a small percentage of our budget. That's so silly.
Want to talk about the other 99%, or they're going out and they're saying that Medicaid, Medicare, that those things shouldn't exist. Now the chairman of the budget committee says that they're going after Social Security next. Listen, I don't think that the American people signed up for a government that would say, we know that you have worked so hard for all these years and paid into a system, and now we're just going to say, oh, well, we don't have the money for you, so that
the same system with Social Security that they let migrants collect it. Those elderly migrants, they let them collect on our money that we put into Social Security. Same Social Security though, y'all, okay? But they have to use this narrative because it has to scare people. Oh, they're trying to mess with this, they're trying to mess with that. And what did Trump say? Trump said, I'm not gonna mess with that. I just wanna see what's going on, okay? He didn't say he was gonna do any cuts to any of those programs, but they gotta push that narrative. Okay.
The monies, taxpayer monies. All right. It's not Jeff Bezos. It's the United States citizen. It's our money. We're trying to save our money. So I don't see why that'll be a problem, but I digress.
The people that are struggling paycheck to paycheck. We know that right now they literally just proposed legislation to get rid of what the Biden-Harris administration did around limiting those $5 or making sure that those that end up with overdraft fees don't exceed $5. They wanted to go back to $35 or however much people were charging. They're not doing anything to help the American people. Right now, our food costs are up because they've decided that they want to go after immigrants. They've decided that they don't want anyone.
So the food costs are up because we want.
Wait a minute, that $5 thing was only through C-19. They went back to 35. I don't know what she talking about. If your account is overdraft, they still charge you 35. That was before, when C-19 was running around here. They said $5. Okay, but that, I don't know what she talking about. Let's continue.
Now we are headed towards a recession, and I can tell you that not one person that voted, no matter if they were a Democrat or a Republican, asked for that. So this is something that is going to be on the Trump administration, and I'm just bracing right now.
Now, President Trump says he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling a lie.
It's a yes or no question. You didn't answer the question. They do that a lot. They'll be asked a direct question. Hey, he wants to do X, Y, and Z. Do you support it? Well, Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that. Answer the question, yay or nay.
He's not the one that had anything to do with the $1,200 refunds that people had during the midst of COVID. That was done by a Democratic House and Democratic Senate.
Wait, who was the president?
Who signed
Donald
it?
Trump was the president. I got the check. I still got my check, and it says Trump's name on it. So when you say he had nothing to do with it, you're a liar. You're a liar. Just because he worked with government who may have been on the other side of the aisle, does not mean he had nothing to do with it.
And right now, what they're going to do is say, hey, we want to give you a refund, but Congress won't let us because they already know that there's just no money for that. The only reason that those refunds came before was because we were living in different times. This was a time in which hopefully we won't ever go through again.
Well, truthfully, there was no money for it back then. We got a lot of debt from that. Yeah. Now, if we're able to actually cut spending and then give a percentage of the cut spending to Americans, that makes sense versus just printing money and giving that out.
Again, we had a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. The bad part is that I don't know if it's once in a lifetime because we know that he
said once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. That's what she said. Well, talk to Bill Gates because he got something else he said coming down the pipe. Talk to him.
As it relates to what they're telling us to do, or we don't want to.
The same experts that said wear a mask, stay in your house, don't leave for a year. The same experts that crashed the economy, the same experts like Anthony Fauci who said, hey, don't wear a mask. It's not going to help you. Then he said, wear a mask. If you don't, you're going to kill your grandma. Those experts, the people, the American people have been able to discover that these experts aren't so expert And then when they get things wrong, they have zero
Anthony Logan,
accountability.
Brian, and Sunday.
Okay, so I think at a certain point, the American people understand kind of what's going on here, and they don't have to rely upon people like you or anyone else to tell them
God.
how to go about living their life.
To deal with vaccines and medicine in this country, then we may be facing not only our next pandemic, but our next 2, 3, or 4 pandemics because of their incompetence. So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you if you are unable to find a job, because I am telling people we are headed towards a recession because the United States government is the 15th largest employer in the world. And so firing those that work for the federal government isn't going to necessarily create new jobs in private industry. In fact, Southwest Airlines, based in my...
They never mention that most of the people that got fired from the federal jobs, they never mention that these jobs were seasonal. They never mention that part. Let's continue.
I want to be honest with the American people, and
But here's the thing about it. Okay, you guys brought in 20 million illegal aliens.
True.
And what was the excuse? Americans don't want to work. Now you say it's not enough jobs. So which one is it? I don't understand. You brought in 20 million people and you say it's not enough jobs now. Maybe if you didn't bring in 20 million people, there wouldn't be this issue with the job shortage. It's just really strange to me how we're contracting jobs, we're bringing in more people. To do what?
my background, believe it or not, I was a business major, and none of this looks good for us right now.
Alrighty, so there's more to that, but I'll link to it in the box. So shout out to Jasmine Crockett and her nice little hairpiece right here. But as I close, I want to say this. I don't necessarily see the $5,000 coming anytime soon.
True.
It's just, it's not anything set in stone like, yeah, we're going to do this, is going to happen. It's just reports, it's talking. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Personally, I wouldn't have put out a number because the number's out there now. Now you got to either do that or don't. So It may or may not happen. I don't look forward to any kind of money. I just look forward to being able to keep more of my own money. I look forward to being able to have more freedom. I look forward to a reduction in crime and violence. I look forward to a better quality of life in this country and a better ability to make and keep more of my own money. That's all I want. Nothing more, nothing less. And I think I'll leave that right there for now.
Shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. I said his name wrong the first time. Shout out to that brother. Always have amazing content, just like a lot of amazing kings that's in my chat right now. I appreciate y'all. Green Bean said there are some related to. Oh, okay. There was some related to my. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Green Beans. I won't read it all. I'm sorry for that. My condolences again, my brother. Listen, I'm gonna share something with y'all. Some of this stuff that they talking about, that they had let all these employees go, and I had said that already earlier. Some of these employees are seasonal employees, so they have something else that they're doing. They just not just dumping these people off into a big ocean and saying, fend for yourself, okay? And the ones who've been there the longest, they're trying to buy them out, like give them a severance package. Most big companies do that. Okay, even Port Authority does that too. When you have already reached the top, okay, you the person, and y'all know in y'all companies, people, y'all, the companies that you work for, you always see like those old heads. They just walk around, they don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Every time you turn around, they in a car somewhere driving around or something, they don't do shit. These be the ones that they be trying to get out of there because they have already made top dollar. What are you gonna do to this one? You know what I'm saying? This is the one that walk around the office and talk mess to everybody because he or she been there so long. They don't do nothing. These are the ones they trying to get out of here. You done made top dollar. We trying to, we trying to give you a severance package so that you can go. Nobody wants to come out and tell that truth. They just want to paint this man as as evil, devil. Just want to paint him as a devil. And I want to share something with y'all. If we are so tied up when it comes to money, we have money to fund 2 wars at the same time. I want y'all to think about that. America has two wars that they fund at the same time. I want you to think about that. I'm just saying. I want you to think about that. Okay? I want you to understand that. So, my king, I see that you know what? I see you on the phone, right? Uh-huh. And you logged into my account. Yes. So that's why I came up, take heed to the message. Walk around and drinking coffee. Okay? Do you know you in my account, sir? I can see you. I can see you. So now this is what I want. I want you to understand this, okay? I want you to understand this, y'all. Don't get out here and start flipping out. How many times have they talked about cutting social security and stuff like that? Let me share something with you. One thing I don't like about social security or social security disability is that you have worked 20, 30 something years, you have gotten hurt. Don't you know you got to battle these people to get money that you put into this program? But a motherfucker, yes, I called them a motherfucker from another nation can come over here and collect the same money that you got to fight for. That's not fair. Okay. Then sometimes you some of these people on these social security, all this other disability stuff, right? They ain't never work a motherfucking day in their life. Okay, ain't never work a day in their life. Out here acting like something wrong with them, ain't shit wrong with them, but they collecting that check on the 3rd every month. I'm tired. This is fucked up. It's not right. That shit is nasty. You work all your life. This is what you paid into. And when it's time for you, when you need help, nobody wants to help you. You got to go hire a lawyer to fight your case. Then you got to split that money down the middle or whatever they supposed to pay you. Now, this your money. This coming from your money, though. Okay? This come from your money. So now you got to give half of it to the lawyer so that you can at least collect the little money that you got left. This is not right. So they have to, every time you hear someone come out and they want to talk about Trump, they got to put that Social Security in there. They got to put that Medicaid, Medicare. They got to put that all in there to scare you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, look what they trying to do. Look what they trying to do. I have decided not to listen at all when it comes to Dems, because when y'all came out and was like, you don't know what a woman is, that's a problem. That's a problem. Y'all can't define what a woman is. That is a problem. Okay? You can't. You can't define what a woman is. That's bad. That's bad. And we just sit there and now, you know, when you ask them, they going through this whole circle and we just accept the answer. But if you ask a Republican what a woman is, they're going to tell you. That's the part I don't like. That's the part I don't like. I'm not sitting up here saying Republicans are great. No, they do nonsense too. But the simple fact is that you getting out here talking about we not in the business of giving away money. We not in the business of giving away money. But y'all gave Ukraine all this money. Y'all didn't have the president sign nothing. Okay? Y'all did a handshake type of gesture and shit. Okay, y'all ain't do nothing. That's all. This is the nonsense. This is the foolery. We got money to give to everybody except to us. We had money coming to us when C-19 was around, right? Then once all of a sudden in 2 years, boom, y'all cut everything off, or I think it was like a year or something. Y'all cut everything off, and then you just massively let all the migrants come in this bitch. And then EBT cars was falling from heaven. How do you do that? But there's no money. There's no money. There's no money though. North Carolina still look a mess. I know y'all saw North Carolina. Okay, California still look horrible. Okay, it still look horrible. I'm sorry, this is crazy. Morgan for the $2 super chat. Morgan said my cousin got it for saying he couldn't read or write. Ooh, see. Now you know what? I'm gonna share something with you. Sometimes they walk around and act like something wrong with them, But when they get that check, they know how to when they get that check, they know how to use the money though. When they get that check, they know how to use the money. I don't think it's fair. If you worked and you invested into these programs, then yes, you should get your money. You should get your money. But people who ain't never work a day in their life, they getting money. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. I know some people will be offended, like, damn, take heed. That's wrong. But I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Thank you so much, Morgan, for the $2 super chat. Here we go, Morgan. Here we go, baby.
You gotta check that pH balance, baby.
You like that song, Morgan?
You gotta check that pH balance, baby.
You like that one, or you want to play the other one?
You gotta check that pH balance, baby.
Now, Steven, we know this your
You
jam,
gotta
Steven.
check that pH balance, baby.
Honey. Okay, Steven said that's my shit. I'm tired of Steven. Thank you, Morgan, for the $2 super chat, baby.
Something is off.
Yes, honey. Something ain't right.
Something is in the air tonight. Something smells fishy, and we ain't eating fish.
Thinking to myself,
What the hell is this? The sex is good, but please do better. You need to get that pH balance together.
he said that pussy good though. That pussy gonna be good when I say I know y'all like taking it to troublemaker. Thank you, Morgan, for the $2 super chat, baby. So that is the foolery, y'all. That is the nonsense that Mrs. Crockett had said, that the American people, we cannot be bought. You're trying to buy our vote, and we had already voted. Damn it. We had already voted. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also, donate to the page as well. Okay? Listen, honey. Listen. I don't know what to say, y'all. I know I'm tired. I know I'm tired. I know I'm tired. The way that they doing us is not right. I know I'm tired. Okay? And we just be getting dog walked for no reason. I know I'm tired. Everybody else get assistance except us. The American people. Why did y'all think that it was okay to just take all the assistance y'all was giving us right after C-19 and was like, y'all good, and then open up the floodgates for all the illegals to come in here and do nonsense? I don't know why y'all thought that made sense. Sometimes I sit there and I'm confused at the moves that y'all make. It's not fair. It's not fair. So shout out to Kendra G. We're gonna go straight into Kendra G and Luna, okay? And Luna was doing a lot of cussing, so we're gonna go into it, baby. Okay? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Yes, Steven, I'm vaxxed. That's what they were. But y'all let them in here. Okay? Y'all did a whole foolery on us. No lie. So you know what? All that did was tell the American government is that we can be put into the house. Y'all know that? All that did was tell the American government that we can be put in the house and be terrified and stuff like that. Oh my God. Let's continue. Shout out to Kendra G and shout out to Lunell. Okay, we're going to get into this foolery. I want y'all to hear it. Here we go. Now, it might be a commercial first. Yeah, it might be a commercial first. Let's go.
The most exotic, exalted creatures that run the earth. I lived when black men really loved black women and black love was a real thing. And I think that the advent of social media
and reality TV has skewed a lot of women's and men's sense of reality. They want to live the in the phone life instead of the in reality life. You know, and that hurts me because there's probably a lot of great guys out there, but because they don't make $100,000, because they don't drive a Ferrari, because they can't buy me a Cuban, they're gonna get passed over. But there's guys out there, especially them Texans, she was just talking about Texans, that maybe he don't have all that. Maybe he drive a truck, but maybe he could build you your dream house. Maybe he has a farm, you can grow your own vegetables, since they're trying to kill us in the stores anyway. So I just think that we as women need to look at what a guy does have instead of what a guy don't have.
You served that very sweet. It wasn't the way we talked yesterday, but it was sweet. I like you delivered it well, I think people can receive it. Let me ask you this. Now, when I posted that you were going to be here, a lot of people were asking, I thought she was married. So do you want to talk about that before we get into the questions?
Yes, I'm actually a widow. I was married for 20-something years.
Let me stop, okay? Thank you, Leonard. Thank you, baby, for the Leonard for the $10 super chat. Baby, I'm sorry I butchered up your name, honey. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Who else we got in here? I see 2 from you. Is it a mistake? I see 2. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I see 2. But thank you for, I don't know. It might be a mistake. I don't know. Thank you, Leonard. I appreciate you. Okay, it's not on my side. So I don't see. It's only 1. Okay. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, baby. Let's continue. Let's get back into what Lunell said. So she was married 20 years. Here we go.
My husband did not have social media, didn't give a damn about it. And I never posted my husband on social media until he passed away. So that's why a lot of people did. And then we were separated on and off, we were married for 21 years, but not all in a row, and we were on again, off again, but he was the love of my life and I was that of his. So I know what love feels like, at least from him. And I have to.
Okay, so she says she was married 21 years and y'all heard it off and on. Okay, off and on. So, that's a lot. Let's continue.
Try to definitely not compare a new guy with the love that I had from him. Because I doubt that I'm going to get that kind of love again, but I might get a new kind of love, you know what I'm saying? And as I was saying earlier when I was telling people to watch tonight, people know me from my job, and people know me from, social media and stuff like that. But people don't really know me as a woman. They think they do, but they don't. Okay. And I'm not on here to be doing comedy. I'm not on here to be doing all that. And I did download your app, and I got about 58 hits. And all of them want to play like they don't know what I do. And I find that.
Okay, so far, she's on Kendra G singles now. She got 58 hits. 58 hits. Oh my God. Let's continue. Here we go.
Bullshit, because of course they do. I know, not all of them maybe, but some of them. And also the other problem that I found, a lot of the guys that were on my app live thousands and thousands of miles away. Now that can be cool or not. It can be cool in as much as I sort of like that, because then you sort of fight to be together, and it means more to be together, because I really am not looking for nobody to lay up in my house all the time. Okay. However, the downfall is when I do come home, there's nobody here to rub your feet, there's nobody to pump your gas, there's nobody to do all that type of stuff. So I really don't know. It would depend on the person, what I'm willing to deal with and not willing to deal with. And plus, it's not more about who I want, it's more about who wants me, because that's the problem. We go after people who don't want us a lot of time. And You know, if somebody doesn't think I'm as cute as I think I am, if somebody doesn't think I'm as interesting as I think I am, if somebody doesn't think I'm as fun and as intelligent and educated and worldly as I think I am, if they don't believe that about me, then we're not going nowhere.
She said we not gonna go nowhere. We not gonna go nowhere. Listen, Lunell was a whole problem at this live, baby. She was something else, honey. She was something else, and I was amazed. Okay, I was
Listen, I
amazed.
love this side of you, to be quite honest. It's not what I expected, but I love it because to me, like you said in the beginning, we know you as a comedian, we know you as a straight shooter, but this to me is a more your woman side.
Yeah, I'm a woman,
Yeah.
and the people don't know me that way.
Well,
All they know me is from talking trash or doing this or doing that. But I mean, I'm a widow. I mean, that hurts, I'm a mother. I'm a sister. I got 7 siblings.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? I was born in Arkansas, but I was raised in Oakland. I got a real gully side of me. I will act up at Thanksgiving because I don't have no parents anymore and I don't give a fuck. If you fuck with me, I'll turn the whole Thanksgiving out. But I don't have to. I basically have an ice box where my heart used to be. But if you that man, you can melt all that away. But it's also in about how much effort a man is willing to put into getting a woman. These men these days, they want they want you know how you can make instant soup or instant coffee? They want instant shit. They're not really willing to work at curating a relationship. And I just don't have time for it because I don't require a lot from a guy. I do require your time. I do require your interest. And I have things that I got to work on myself because if I call you and say, hey, I made it off the plane
Tracy,
from
what's up, baby?
Africa or Texas. If I made it off the plane, I made it safe, and you don't call me for 3 days, fuck you. We're done. We're done.
Now, is Luna right on that part where you have been gone out the country or you went somewhere to another state and you came back or something like that? You went on a trip and you had came back, and she said if she don't get a call from you, she said F you, we done. Okay? I'm gonna share something with you. And when I say this, my sisters, if a man doesn't check up on you, he don't want you. I want you to understand that. I ain't saying he gotta call you 24/7, but if he doesn't check up on you, he don't want you. Because most men, when they put it in their mind that you belong to them, they're gonna check up on you. They're gonna check about you, see what's going on. And I'm gonna share something with you. And like I have always said to y'all, if a man don't give you corrections, he don't want you either. Okay? But social media done got that thing all confused. So they'll get out here and tell you, oh, he trying to be your daddy. He trying to tell you what to do. But once a man had put you under his protection, because men do this while you're dating them. Okay? Men do this while you're dating them. Most brothers who have the king mindset, okay? They do this while you're dating him, okay? That he put you under his covering. He start asking you questions, where you going, who you being with, you know what I'm saying, what time you coming home. Don't get in here and think he trying to tell you what to do. It's just that he wants to keep his mind at rest that you okay. Okay? So this is the type of man that you want to continue a relationship with. See, a man that don't give a damn where you was at, he not checking on you, he not calling you. This is the problem. But social media will make you believe that this is the man that you need. The one that's not checking up on you. Social media will have you believe that this is the man you need. When me and my king was dating, this man was calling me. I didn't understand. Okay, this man was calling me. I didn't understand. Okay, I did not. Okay, because he knew I worked at night. This brother was calling me. He worked in the morning. Okay, but this brother was calling me. Okay, and at times I said, listen, baby, I work at night. And I got to rest during the day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I had to tell him that. And so, it's just, I want you to understand that. I want y'all to understand that. If a man ain't checking up on you, he don't really want you. And the brothers in the chat, they already there tell you, okay? Tracy, I see you, baby, for the $10 super chat. I thank you so much for y'all donating to the channel this morning. I'm going to hit y'all with something, but we going to finish Lunell first, okay? Luna, we going to finish her with Lunell. I got to say it correctly. We going to finish her first. Here we go.
I no interest in me. You don't care if I'm safe. You know, planes are falling out of the sky these days, just like Revelation said they would. And I fly every week, multiple times a week.
I'm gonna share something with y'all. It's something behind that curtain that these planes are dropping like that. I don't care. I don't care what nobody tell me. It's something behind that curtain. Now I had already seen it, but we not gonna say it on social media. But this, I'm telling you, somebody gonna get a big contract behind that foolery. Watch. Let's continue. Here we go.
My job. I need somebody who gives a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen. I think you were saying everything. You were preaching the gospel, and it's like that seems so small. But that is so major because, like you said, that's a little characteristic. If you're flying and you don't care if I make it to the next city, you don't care about me. So let me ask you my questions. I'm loving this, Lunell.
Okay.
Right, we know your name is Lunell. The question is, where do you live? I know you're worldwide. Do we want to say where you want to live? I know you're a celebrity, so I'm going to respect certain things. Do you want to say what city you live in?
I have two homes. One is in Los Angeles, and I'm in my home in Las Vegas right now.
Okay. And I know your age. Do you tell your age?
I don't, but it's Googleable. So
okay.
She's 65, y'all. Lunell is 65, y'all. She's 65 years old. She's 65. Walker, listen. Walker. Honey. Let's continue, okay? Let's continue. So Lunell is, and I know I'm saying her name wrong, she's 65 years old and she's looking for a man. Let's continue. Here we go.
Well, I am making some exceptions for the Queen Lunell because she's not
Question before we continue. Is anybody in here 65? Anybody in here 65? Let me know. Okay? Let me know if you're 65. Anybody in the chat, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you're 65 years old. I want to know, do you still fuck at 65? I want that question somebody asked me. You know, I will not ask me, but I want to know, can you be still fucking at 65? I want to know. Okay, you are actually saying her name correct. Oh, thank you, Walker. I ain't know. Thank you so much. So I want to know, do you still fuck at 65? Can you still do that? I want to know. Steven said, I hope so. I hope so too. I don't want to know if you can't. I don't want to know if you can't. But I'm saying I don't want to know for me. I don't want to know for me because I still want the fuck at 65. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Walker said I'm not that far away. Okay. So Walker, you still dropping that hammer. Okay, all right, good. Let's continue. Here we go.
Is a whole celebrity, so I do gotta respect certain things. All right, so we'll Google her age. That's what we can say.
If that's even relevant, because age ain't nothing but a number. Because I know young guys that are very mature. I know older guys who are immature. So it's all about me, not my age. You know.
Well, the reason why we say age because sometimes people want to date within a certain age range.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay. You have kids, right? One child, and you was once married, and your job is a comedian. Do you want me to say something more?
No, that's on my profile I put entertainer, I think. Okay. But like I said, everybody on the profile, they're like, well, what do you do? And I'm like, nigga, please, I don't.
Do you think people really don't know who Lunell is? Do you think? Like, because I mean, are they, you know what I'm saying? Are they lying? Because who would not know her? This woman she's famous. I mean, it's not just a chitlin circuit that she's under. You know what I'm saying? Chitlin circuit meaning is just, some of y'all know what chitlin circuit mean, but some of y'all who don't. Chitlin circuit just mean African American under just that, and that's all she does. But she's not just of the chitlin circuit. So Do you think the men are like trying to do some nonsense, saying nonsense to her? Let me see. Let me see. Walker said, I'm sure hope because I'm not that far from 65. Jayla Ross said, I'm 55 and I'm good. Oh, Jayla Ross. Oh, that's so you still dropping it. All right now. They can Google her name. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Mr. He said, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Okay. Okay. You say you 69 and yes, you can. Oh, okay. Thank you. Let's continue. Here we go.
Know what I do, because one guy that I was looking at, he was born in Sweden. He's black. He was born in Sweden.
Okay.
Grew up in Chicago, but he's in Kuwait right now for business. He very well may not know who I am, and that's fine. But please.
She said, well, please. So people in this app trying to act like they don't know who she is, She said, please stop that. Now, Lunell had said something to me, not to me directly, I'm talking about, but she had said something on Kendra G where she said, she cheats. She said, I cheat, she said, I cheat. Okay, that's what she said. She said, I cheat, y'all. Let's continue. Here we go.
I'm a comedian entertainer. All right, so now we got it down. We got Lunell. She has 2 homes. Los Angeles and Las Vegas. We will Google her age. One child, was once married. She's a comedian entertainer. Okay. I know you said it's about the man that wants you, but let's just start with this first question. What kind of man do you desire?
Yes, that's what she said, Mr. Eason.
I would desire a very caring, romantic, fun guy who's not jealous, who's not demanding,
none of that,
who's not needy,
either,
and who can deal with my lifestyle. Oftentimes the women are asked to deal with the man's lifestyle, if he's a rapper, if he's a musician, if he's an athlete. But what about when the woman is the baller?
What about when the woman
is different?
The all right now.
Because a lot of men get in their feelings. Will you be able to go out to dinner with me with people approaching our table? Because that will happen. Oh, wow. Will you be able to go out with me and play security? Because that will happen. Will you be able to go out with me and people got to ask you to take pictures of me and somebody else? Because that's going to happen. And I want my man to say, I'm sorry, I'm not the photographer, but maybe you could get one of your friends to do it.
I'm going to share something with you. What Luna is asking for, Lunell, what she's asking for, I don't think men in her age bracket will, I hope I'm saying that correctly, that they will sign up for this. I don't think so. I don't think they will. Because just like she's setting her ways, a man that's 65 more than likely is setting his ways too. So I don't think anybody gonna sign up for that. But I mean, I'm surprised, I'm surprised that she came to Kendra G, but I don't think anybody will sign up for that, And Lunell said that she get that pussy away, she said, I remember she did a recent show. She said, I got about a good 4 or 5 fucks in me. So I don't listen. She said she get that pussy away. So I listen, here we go. Miss Straight, Sister 1973, I see you, baby. She said that, I get a pussy away. She got about 4 or 5 fucks in me. Okay? Lord, I don't.
Say,
you want him to say that? You don't want him to say that?
No, because I don't want my man to be put in that position to be my fucking photographer. Okay. Because that gets on my daughter's nerves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're not the photographer. If you want the picture, get somebody to take the picture.
So, I just want to see. So, let's say this is your man, and then a person approaches you, they want to take a picture. You want him to say no to that?
No, I would probably tell them myself. Okay. If you can get somebody to take the photo, I'll be glad to take a photo with you. But my date is not your photographer. No.
Okay, got you. Okay, so okay, we got you. Now, what are your deal breakers? What don't you like?
I will not deal with any tobacco products.
No tobacco
no pipes,
products.
No cigars, no blunts, no
I understand what she mean about that because when I was dating my king, he smoked. Oh my God, he smoked. And when this man used to kiss me, oh my God, I used to be like, please, because I'm not a smoker. You know what I'm saying? I like don't kiss me. I used to tell him like don't kiss me, And my husband is a kisser. You know what I'm saying? Like he liked to, he liked kissing. Okay, everywhere. He likes kissing everywhere. But he's a kisser. And so I'm like, no, you got to stop smoking those cigarettes. So he kind of like, because of me asking him, he just, stopped the smoking. You know what I'm saying? But he's a kiss, I don't know. I'm not a smoker. If I was a smoker, okay, yeah, but I never was a smoker. Okay. So I do understand what Lunell is saying on that part. Let's continue. Here we go.
Tobacco. Because I feel like tobacco smokers, if you kiss them, it's like licking an ashtray. It's not, I don't give a damn what kind of breath mint you eat or gum you chew. And also, even if people go outside and smoke, they come back in. My aesthetic is not leather. I don't have leather couches and stuff. So if you smell like tobacco, when you sit on my couch and you leave and I lay on the couch, now my couch smells like tobacco. We got to do a whole Febreze thing. So I'm not into any tobacco, and I don't care who don't like it. So there's that. That is a deal breaker.
Okay. No tobacco. Okay.
Mm-mm. And I also would like them, if they have children, I would like them to be grown.
Okay.
Because I don't want, I got to go to my son's baseball game. I got to go to my daughter's recital. It's my twins' birthday party. Because guess what? I'm sorry. I don't give a shit about that. We had plans. I don't care. But if your kids are grown, they're not that needy, And I don't want to deal with a bunch of baby mama drama and all that. Because once I come on the scene, the baby mamas get very in their feelings. Oh, you dating that Hollywood bitch. Oh, you doing, it's like that.
Okay.
It's like that.
So you want an older child where the mother, you don't have to deal with it because the child's 20-something plus.
Luna said, I'm a Hollywood bitch. Oh my goodness. Y'all, thank you for coming to rock out with me. I appreciate y'all. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Also donate to the channel, okay? I'm telling you, Sister 1973 said, I am cracking up. Yes, Lunell is a whole problem, baby. She is a whole problem, baby. And you know what? While we doing that, let's switch over to, thank you to everybody who donated to the channel. I got a little something for y'all today. It's a little change up. Let me see. Let me see if I could get it. A little change up today. I liked the beat. I was like, oh, this is an Afro beat. Y'all listen to it. Here we go. Wait a minute, one more time, because I gotta do something else. Snoop dropped this, and I want y'all to hear what he said. Here we go.
How you doing, Sister Brothers? This is Pastor Swift in regards to calling about your prayer that you're in need of. God is good.
He said God is good. Oh, yeah. He said God is good. I'm tired of Snoop. Sister 1973 for the 199 super chat. She says, switch it up. All right, let me see what we got. Says switch it up. Are we doing pH balance, baby? All right now.
You gotta check that pH balance.
Gotta check that pH balance, baby.
You gotta check that pH balance.
I'm tired of Steven. I'm tired of Steven with this song. He said it's a two-step.
You gotta check that pH balance, baby.
No, I'm not. You trying to say you trying to make us cut up. No, I'm not.
we ain't eating fish. Thinking to myself, what the hell is this? Sex is good.
He said that pussy good.
Please do
Please do
better.
better. Oh shit.
You need to get that pH balance
How that
together,
pussy good when it
baby.
stink, baby? Come on now. You want somebody to tell you that pussy smell good, baby, and it's good, honey. Yes, honey. Go ahead, Steven. Do the two-step, baby. Sister 1973. Go ahead, baby. You want somebody, see, this is the thing. Y'all, listen. I could listen. Listen, honey. Listen, y'all. Ain't no way that you think that makes sense. How you go and spread your legs full, you done laid on this bed, okay? You done laid on this bed, and you spread your legs just full out in the air, you know what I'm saying? And something smells fishy, okay? But we ain't eating fish, okay? He said, I was thinking to myself, what the hell is this, okay? He said, the sex is good, but please do better. So that means he done got that pussy. And even though it stank, he still said, let me get that pussy. Now, y'all men, listen, I got the
19
run.
or something like that, I think if you don't have a proper vehicle
Okay.
for me to ride in with you,
She said,
well, I would feel proud to be next to you. I'm not doing that.
I'm not going to do that.
I don't care if you have to rent it, lease it, borrow it, make sure it's clean and smells good if you're going to pick me up in it,
All right.
Okay.
And
For clarity, could somebody pick you up in a Camry?
I don't even know what a Camry is. I don't know my car.
She said,
I don't know my
Camry
cars
is.
like that.
Okay.
Lenard, so you want me to do the direct deposit? I'll do it. I'll do the direct deposit. Let me finish this out, baby. Thank you. I'll hit you up with that. Don't worry, I got you.
Okay, we don't know what a Camry is. So acceptable cars maybe like Lexus,
She said, I
Mercedes,
don't
are
know
those
what a
acceptable?
Camry is.
Yeah, SUV.
Okay, SUV
You know.
is okay.
You know, I'm
Okay.
Okay.
from Arkansas. I don't mind a truck guy, but don't make that. If you have a truck, don't make that the main
Don't
car.
make
Okay.
it main
Because
car.
I don't want to pull up to
Oh, my
the Bellagio with haystacks in the back of the. Sorry, you can do that. You can have that, but don't make that the main car.
That can't be the only car.
I
Okay,
can't. Oh,
okay.
my God.
Should he look a certain way?
Oh, my God.
Well, I can't make any demands on a man
She said,
because
"I'm a man."
I don't look a certain way. You know, I'm chubby and I don't work out and but I'm very active. Clearly, I'm very active, and I don't have any desire to work out unless a guy could come at me in a way, like, let's try to do this together. Let's try to tote up together. Then I might have.
Did y'all know Lunell has an OnlyFans? Did y'all see her before? Did anybody know she has an OnlyFans? Let's continue. Here we go.
To do that, but I don't mind a little bit of a dad bod, but I don't want a pot belly.
Okay.
I got that. And then I don't like men with
She said, I don't
titties.
want
I
pot
don't
belly.
like that. Sorry. If I wanted titties in bed, I'm in Vegas. I could go get a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a man with titties.
Okay.
And I would like good teeth. Teeth are very nice and important. Good breath, good grooming. I like colognes and well-dressed guys, even if it's a sweatsuit, as long as it's nice, I just like, I'm a simple girl. I just need you to look like you put forth some effort to impress me, and then be consistent with that. Don't do nothing to me in the beginning that you don't want to do the rest of your life. Don't hold my hand in the beginning unless you are a hand holder.
All right,
and
now.
that's your skilo.
That's
Don't
it.
open my door in the beginning unless
said
that's
don't.
what you do.
All
By the
right.
way, I won't even get out the car unless you open my door. So we'll just be in the parking lot. And don't give me gifts unless that's what you do.
Oh, God.
Just don't do it. Let's be honest. Can we have an honest relationship.
Yes.
That's always fun.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. This next question, now, do we got to make a certain amount of money?
I don't necessarily want a man with a job. I do like a man with a career, though.
Career.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, because a 9-to-5 working guy can't travel with me. I don't get vacation until 2 weeks in August. Well, what I'm gonna do the other 11 months of the year? You know, I'm probably gonna cheat. I'm a notorious cheater.
What? You cheat with her?
At least she's telling the truth that she's a cheater. At least she's telling the truth now. Listen, at least she's telling the truth. It's wrong. It's wrong. Because when you hear men say it, everybody getting in an uproar. We like, oh, why is he cheating on me? But when a woman says, y'all like, oh, yeah. Well, she makes the money because y'all, that's what y'all say. When you make the money, you can get out there. I don't. Woo. Okay, so that's what she said. I'm a notorious cheater. Okay, at least she sold the truth. Let's continue. Here we go.
Because just like the men do.
Good morning,
when
Mimi.
it's New Year's Eve and you're in another state and your man's in another state and you're supposed to kiss somebody at midnight.
Your work life.
She said, and you supposed to kiss somebody at midnight. This is when toys are available, okay? This is when you get those toys ready. I'm not, I don't know you, and I'm kissing you, and I'm gonna let you screw me. No, this is when the toys are available. You're not cheating if you're using a toy. I'm confused. But anyway, Lunell, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say her name wrong. I said it already wrong. Lunell is 65 years old. I told y'all, once, a man or woman, once they get put in this type of place, that age, they don't give a damn. You hear me? Corey Joe for the $5 super chat, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you. I was trying to ninja watch. But this all here, okay, I can't. This BITCH here is doing too much, and chicks like her, and wait a minute, but this BITCH here is doing too much, and chicks like her go get that cat. Oh my God, or something. Or sum it over for this modern foolishness. I'm tired. I can't. Why you put all those animals in here? Why you put all those animals? Oh my God. All right, Corey Joe, thank you, baby, for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Corey Joe and shout out to 1000 Watts Radio, baby. Y'all, please make sure you like and subscribe to this brother channel. Content always fire, okay? Shout out to Ricky Williams. Y'all please check out his content. Uncle Ricky, he's in the chat right now. Please check out his content. Always fire. You hear me? Always fire. And educational as well. And Ricky, get in there and drop those gems, baby. You got to pay attention, okay? Listen. There's no introduction needed. Shout out to Mr. He Said, okay? I approve Corey Joe's message. Thank you, sir. Guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to Mr. He Said. Content is always fire, educational, okay? Content always fire and educational. And shout out to his wife, Mrs. She Said, Shane Lady, honey. Y'all, please make sure you like and subscribe to both channels, all right? Sister 1973, here we go. I approve you too, Corey Joe. Listen, Corey Joe is getting approval all over the place, honey. Sister 1973 for the $4.99 super chat, baby. Thank you. Let's get back to Lunell. I'm gonna play the music for y'all in a minute. Let's get back.
If I'm in a relationship and we are committed, I'm not going to cheat. But if you're playing around with me and you're not being committed with me, because some of these hookups on here might just be that. They might just be a hookup. Everybody may not be looking to be in a relationship or be married. You have to get in the relationship to find out if that is what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very manly in that way. I don't desire to cheat if at home I got a good thing. But the way that I travel is very difficult because leaving men at home alone is like leaving the water running or leaving the iron on. It's going to be a disaster. It's not a matter of if, it's when. So I've always been very defensive of my icebox heart. And I always feel like if I cheat and they cheat on me, then I won't feel so bad, you know. But I'm older now and I don't want to continue to do that. I would like to have somebody who's down for me and I'm rocking with them. And then I know how to keep my legs closed, mouth, underarm, titty, all that stuff. But unless we're, you know, trying to be that, then I probably will not. And I'm just being very candid.
Right. Okay. So basically, you want to.
Excuse me. People who are saying I got a lot.
She said, I'm trying to keep my legs closed, my underarms, and my titties. So, okay, so that is that what is she? Is that what's that position? Is that you know what? Let's not go there. Let's not go there. I'm not I was thinking about something, but I don't want to take y'all there. We gotta wait to the end. Okay, we gotta wait to the end. I'm not gonna take y'all there. Y'all know my mind is something else. Okay, we not gonna go there. Mimi, how are you, baby? I see you in the chat. Listen, y'all already know what she talking about. She said her arms, her arms open and her titties open, okay, and the pussy open. You already know what that means, okay? But we're not gonna go there, okay? It's too early. It's too early. We only been in here how long? 1 hour and 36 minutes. That's too early. Let's wait. Okay? Let's wait. Hold on. Let's wait. Let's continue. Here we go.
List, I see you. Kendra's asking me these questions and I'm answering these questions.
Okay.
If anything I'm saying is getting on your nerve, you have the freedom. There's a little X right up here in the top and you can click the fuck out.
Oh, that's nasty.
They sure can. They sure, and I co-sign it. You cuss. Listen, I call them the cousins. You cuss them out, they gotta be cussed out. I tell them.
Ricky, you gotta remember this is old school right here. This is teaching. This is what black women. This is the teaching. Okay, this is teaching of what we got growing up. This is how Let me share something with you. Black women, we have a understanding that we all talk similar to each other. We all talk similar. Okay, even the ones from the suburbs, we all have some similar talks that we understand each other. Okay, Lunell is from old school, so you know they gonna talk like this. She talking down in the dirty, honey. They gonna talk like this, and so this type of teaching passes on to generation, and we think this mess makes sense. Okay, we think this mess makes sense. What she's saying. Okay, now listen, no shot at Lunell because I like her. Okay, she's an amazing comedian, but this right here, she on the Kendra G show. This something. Listen, y'all know she got her OnlyFans too. Shout out to Lunell. Oh my God, this is what you know what I'm saying. This is. Let's continue. Here we go.
Now I got some cousins I love, and I got some cousins I don't fuck with. It's why they call cousins. We all got family members that we love a lot, and we all got some cousins that we don't fuck with.
In real life.
Yeah. So, Luna, I want to ask this. Okay, I want to get your take, because you're a boss woman and you got money. Let's say there is a guy who doesn't make as much as you, doesn't mind traveling, but you would have to, like, buy his plane ticket. You would have to... Are you open to that, or no? We have to be able to make enough money to travel this world with you.
Rarely do I meet men who make as much money as I do. The money men want the trophy girls. They want the girl who is just they don't want me. So rarely do I meet a money man. I fly enough to have points. Okay. So I'll fly a man on my points. I'll buy a plane ticket if I want him to be with me. I'll even put him in first class, because I could buy a ticket and put him back there. But I ride first class. And I would love for somebody to be able to sit there with me. I don't want to do that all the time.
I think Lunell, she's looking for a boy. That's what I think. I think she's looking for a boy. Nobody 65-year-old man is going to do this stuff. I know y'all like, damn, take heed. I'm just saying, no man that is 65 years old, or maybe even 50 or 55, he's not going to do that. He's not. All this stuff that she wants this man to do, she needs a boy that has not experienced anything yet. And I don't even know if he's going to be faithful, because, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, because this is what she can't. There's no way that a man will sign up for this. I just don't see it. 65 or 50 or 55. I don't see anybody in the chat. Y'all let me know. My brothers, y'all here, even though this is a woman's conversation, but my brothers, y'all here. Do you think, would you sign up for what Lunell is talking? Okay? Steven said no. Mm-mm. Mr. He said Auntie is wilding. Okay? Would you, my brothers, would y'all sign up for something like this, what Lunell is talking? Mm-hmm. So Ricky says, so if he paid for the ticket, would she be sitting in would she sit in economy while he is in first class? I'm confused. I don't even know. I don't even know, Ricky. She just up here saying it, honey. Reggie said, hell no. Sean said, hell no. Mr. He said hard pass, hard pass. Okay. Lenard said she has to pay like she weigh. Damn, that's hard. That's hard. Jacob said no, too much control. I understand that part, Jacob. Ricky said hell no. Well, you trying to say hell no, right? You don't detect. Okay, you don't dictate shit to me. I understand that, Ricky. Okay. Shay said. I should wonder if she was a young man flying me out. Okay, okay. Shit, I sure would if it was a young man flying me out. Shay, you wrong now. You wrong now, Shay. Sister 1973 said, I told you she just here, there, and only. Okay, yeah, she is. She got her OnlyFans. Let's continue. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. Here we go.
Okay. But I'm not opposed to doing that. I've done it.
Okay, real talk. We have a real talk. All right, right now is the Kendrick hymn. This is when you stand up. We get to see this fabulous outfit. We get to see this fabulous outfit.
So now she get to stand up, y'all.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I shared this video with y'all in our community tab. So y'all go check it out too. It was too much, honey. It was too much. Let's continue. Here we go.
Team, I appreciate y'all so much for making this happen. Okay, come on, Auntie. All right, we see you, girl.
Luna dancing.
We said it, Mooney, when you turn around.
She bent over. Oh my God.
We're almost done. When was your last relationship, Was it your husband?
No.
Wasn't her husband?
No. Like I say, he passed away. So since then, I have had a relationship.
Okay.
I'd say maybe 6 months ago.
Oh, 6 months ago. Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask.
When did Luna's husband pass away? Was it like a year? Was it a year ago that the husband passed away? Because I remember she was on her live crying. Do y'all remember? Was it like a year ago? So she just started messing with somebody like 6 months ago? Yeah. Sister 1973. Wait a minute. Shay says, sugar mama on deck. Shay, be nice now, Shay. Oh my God. Shay, be nice. Okay. 1973 said, hell no, he ain't. She gonna get that one with the baby bib diaper rash and wet wipes. What is going on? What is going on? Yeah, she gonna have to it's gonna have to be a boy. It can't be a man. No man is it's gonna have to be a young man. A young boy is gonna have to be. Ain't nobody. Nah, not 65. I know black men. I don't care how much money you got. I don't see no black man signing up for this. I don't see not even the age is a problem. The age is a problem. I don't care what color the man is, but the age, 65, because they already set in their ways. I don't see nobody 50 doing it. I don't see nobody 55 doing it. I don't see nobody in their 40s doing it either, like late 40s. I don't see nobody signing up for this thing right here. But anyway, let's continue. Shout out to Lunell. Here we go.
When's the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to.
Less than 6, maybe about 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
So Ricky says she's asking for a man she's not going to respect anyway. This is true. She is. She's asking for a man that she's not going to respect anyway. This is true. Sister 1973 says she gonna smash that ATM and it's gonna read. Oh, damn, that's wrong. You wrong. Walker said he passed in June of 2024. Okay, okay, that's not a long time. That's not a long time. Oh my God. I don't know. That's not a long time. She asked for a girlfriend with a penis. Oh, Mr. He said that's messed up. That's messed up. Oh my God. Okay, I understand. I understand. Sister 1973 says she's going to be the only one in her OnlyFans. Now I'm gonna share something with you. That's not true. They rock out on Luna's OnlyFans. Okay, she makes some nasty money on OnlyFans. They said. Okay, this is all alleged, but she rock out on OnlyFans. She wear lingerie and everything. She cover up that gut though, you know. But she wear, you know, her titties be hanging out and everything in a lingerie. Yeah, Luna be doing the damn thing. I'm not co-signing it, okay? Take Heed wouldn't do no shit like that. But I'm just saying, you know, okay? Let's continue. Here we go. Let's continue.
I'm very sharp-tongued when I get pushed. And I'll say things that are hurtful. So I'd rather not be pushed, and I need to maybe need to work on being a little more kinder. And I'm very quick to, I'm like Cardi, I cut a nigga up, you know,
So Luna is that auntie that we all got, okay? Luna is that auntie that we all got that cuss Uncle James out. Okay? Luna is that auntie that we all got that curse Uncle James out, and Uncle James ain't say nothing to her. You know, she's one of those aunties. She's one of those aunties that curse Uncle James out. And you see poor Uncle James just sitting in the corner like he trying to mind his business, and she come over there and start fucking with him. You know, she throw that pork chop and everything at him, just throw it down at him. You know, the ribs and everything that be at the cookout. Okay, she that auntie. She's that auntie. And she said, you know, she said, I cut him up with my words. So she's one of those women who, she didn't meet her teacher. Her husband wasn't her teacher. She didn't meet a teacher. She must have missed him when she was younger. Okay. So that's it. That's it, y'all. Let's continue. Here we go.
blocker. I'm a notorious blocker. I need to work on maybe throwing guys in situations they're not ready for. My daughter says that I go too fast too soon with guys. Like I might meet a guy on Monday and be like, hey, you want to go to Academy Awards on Friday? I mean, I'll be like, I need a date, shit. And then their mind gets blown too quick.
Yeah,
it's too much.
That's an amazing first date to go to the Oscars.
Yeah, well, I ain't been to damn Oscars, so they ain't going to the Oscars. But I have to work on moving a little bit slower.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And then probably you have to work on being a little more caring, because like I said about the kids' birthdays and I should care, I guess.
Okay, and now, what's the age range do you want to date?
Well, I had been doing the younger man thing, but that's starting to get on my nerves, and I want to just talk a little.
Okay, so she already played Sugar Mama, y'all. She already was screwing the younger men. I ain't hear this part. I probably didn't get that far because I couldn't stop laughing. But so that means she been fucking these young boys now. Okay, so let's continue. Here we go.
Because if I say, hey, put on Soul Town on Sirius XM radio, and I say, oh, that's Earth, Wind, and Fire. If somebody says, who?
I would say who. See?
What?
Nobody's supposed to say who.
I know Earth, Wind, and Fire, but I didn't know that song.
No.
Well, I didn't name a song.
Oh, she
She
said
just said
Soul
Earth, Wind,
Time.
and Fire.
Soul Town is
my
a
God.
station
Oh,
on
okay.
Sirius XM radio,
Okay.
like Shade 45 or like The Groove.
Okay.
Kendra,
So
I would not date you.
Well, no, I know. Okay, so I thought you were saying so.
God.
I didn't know that was a station. I
No,
thought that
wait,
was
I
a
ain't
song
know either.
title.
I ain't
But I
know
do know
either.
Earth, Wind, and
But I
Fire,
know Earth, Wind, and
obviously.
Fire.
So, okay, so basically you want a person that even knows that station on Sirius FM.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say 40 to 65.
Okay. 40, 65.
40 to 65. Do you think anybody in the chat right now that is 40 years old, would you mess with Lunell? Anybody in the chat, let me know. If you 40 years old, would you mess with Lunell? If you 47 years old, because she said from 40, she said 40 years old to 65. So would you mess with Lunell? Okay. 40. She said 40 years old. Oh my God. To 65. Damn. Okay, let's continue because she said 40 to 65. Shout out to Lunell. Here we go.
All right. Now, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I think that I'm super fun. I think that I live an amazing life. I think that both my homes are.
And she said, I think. You know, we always use that, but we usually use I feel. I feel, you know what I'm saying? Okay? I'm just letting you know, okay? Now, Mr. He said, free old coochie giveaway. Now I'm gonna share something with you. Lunell looks like a woman that she can give good head. You know what I'm saying? She looks like a woman that she can give good head. You know, most older women who used to suck dick when they're young, they're like a pro at it, okay? Because I learned in my 20s how to suck dick real good. And that was from my husband. So I'm a pro at it now, okay? I'm a pro with him. But I'm saying that you learn. Mr. He said, stop laughing. You learn when, you know, so if she, I don't know. I'm not saying her pussy is bad, but I'm saying that, she might know how to suck dick good, okay? Because usually when you're a little older, you're seasoned, you can suck dick, you can go all the way down, it don't hurt. You know what I'm saying? You can go all the way down, it don't hurt, okay? I'm just saying, because, some of the young ones, they scared. Like, I can't go all the way down. I'm just saying, when you're a little older, you can, when you get used to it, and when you get used to it, it tastes good. I don't know. A little sugar tastes a little good. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm talking about my husband, Dick. I'm not talking about, Okay? So, let's get back to what she's saying. Here we go.
Fuck, and I'm a lot of fun. I think that I go between doing this entertainment thing and being a very domesticated chick. I got oxtails in the fucking slow cooker right now, okay? And cabbage and greens in my refrigerator right now. I'm from Arkansas. I've never fed my daughter a bowl of cereal in my life. Always hot breakfasts. So I think that I'm great. Am I perfect? No. I just came from a trip in Miami. I'm drinking club soda right now because I drank so much champagne and tequila in Miami that I have to clean myself out for a while. And, and I like to smoke my weed, and that is the only drugs that I deal with.
She said, I
think that anybody who likes women with ambition and women who stick up for themselves, they would like me. One more thing I have to work on is I always jump in my men's shit. Like, if somebody says something to my man, I need to let him handle it. But I've always been like, what you say to him? But da-da-da-da-da. And I need to stand back and let a man be a man,
Yes.
If he is indeed that. And if I find out that he don't stick up for himself or he doesn't have a
So Corey Joe put something in here and said she smoked, but you can't. She said tobacco products, Corey Joe. She said she smoked weed. She said she don't want no man that smoke tobacco products. So if you smoke weed, I guess it's fine because, it's from the earth, right? That's what, listen, okay? Listen, all right? Now let's continue. I'm confused. This is
Gentlemen,
confused.
goon quality, I'm probably going to be uninterested really quickly.
Yes. Let me say this before we go to how the guy watching can reach out to you. I want to just say I'm very honored that you wanted to come on my show. I don't take you for granted. You are a pillar in our community.
Yes,
You have
yes.
you have kept us, you have brought happy tears to our lives when sorrow was going on, and you might not even maybe you realize, but if you haven't heard it, you are so loved. You are so important. I'm so
Shout out to
grateful
Luna.
that I
Oh
even
my
have this
God.
opportunity to connect with
Yes,
you. I
yes.
don't take it for granted. So I always just want to let people know how humbled I am just from this moment of having this conversation with you. I just think you're amazing. I really, really do. And I'm just thankful for you. So now let's get to a man, girl.
Oh my
Now,
God.
here's how this-
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I wanted to say this about the
Yes.
app, okay?
Okay, what's
some
good?
advice to the men about the app.
Okay.
The thing that catches my eye on your profile picture is if you look like you're having fun. If you look like you're smiling, like, what does your smile look like? What do them teeth look like? You don't have to be a Skinner and Grinner because we put 5 pictures up. But you guys that are on the profile scowling
She said y'all
and looking like a
jail.
serial killer or like you
Serial
beat bitches and shit.
Check out
Oh
these.
my God. Listen, I didn't want to listen. We're not getting on Lunell. We're not. I'm not here to get on her. She's much older than me. I'm not here to get on her. You know what I'm saying? But man, this is something else, honey. She need a young man. She can't have no man. Ain't no man gonna put up with that. Ain't no man with a king mindset gonna put up with that. I'm sorry. I don't care how much money she got. He's not gonna put up with that. I don't know. She's gonna get boys. That's not gonna happen. Okay? That's not
So
gonna
I would
happen.
suggest that you smile a little bit, guys. Loosen up.
Okay, so here's the moment. Let me show the men, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can actually even DM her, send her stuff. I'm pulling it up. All right, here she is on the Kendra G Singles dating app. So
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. Shout out to Kendra G, okay? Even though her name is in the streets because of Tasha K right now. But shout out to Kendra G for her new singles app that just blew up like crazy. So shout out to that sister. And I hope that, blessings continue to come her way. The whole thing with Luna, I'm surprised that Luna even did this whole thing, okay? Luna said, I cheat, baby. Luna said, I give that pussy away, honey, okay? I take he does not want to be that old giving pussy away. If I want to, I want to still be able to give, my sisters, I tell y'all all the time, okay? I tell y'all all the time that, be friendly with your pussy, with your husband. Be friendly, okay? Be friendly with your pussy to your husband, okay? Don't be friendly with everybody else, okay? Don't give the pussy away to everybody else. Be friendly to your husband with the pussy. Sometimes it's okay. He might be in the midst of doing something. Walk up to him. Throw them titties in his face. Tell him, say, player, come on now. Come on. Sometimes you got to talk a little dirty. Okay? You got to talk a little dirty sometimes. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So listen, I don't know what to say. I hope Luna finds love. 65? Ooh, 65 Luna find. I don't know. I'm confused. Okay? 65. Do you think Luna will find love at 65? Y'all put it in chat. Let me know. Okay? Put it in chat. Let me know if you think Luna gonna find love at 65. It's hard to find love. I'm telling you right now. She been with somebody 21 years and he let her get away with everything because it looked like she wasn't taught anything. Because remember, when a man marries you, he must teach you. So it looked like she wasn't taught anything, and it looked like she wouldn't even let him teach her anything, because she already told, what she do. She wouldn't let nobody teach her nothing. Okay? She just wants somebody to screw now and again, and they go home and she go back to her house. I don't think she wants something serious. I ain't lying to you. Now let's get to the music, because I had missed like 3 super chats, and here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. All right. So let me get one more. Hold on. Let me see what else we got. So I like these 2 young girls. Listen to them.
I want to eat you up. At ease, my queen. So good on your live, Dr. Umar. I want to eat you up. At ease, my queen. At ease, my queen. What do you mean you want to eat up the prince? You look so good on your live. I want to eat you up. What do you mean by that, my beautiful African sister?
All right now.
This is the Black Parent Teleconference, my queen. This is the Black Parent Teleconference. Consciousness over the cookies.
All right now.
Politics over the punani.
All right now.
Revolution over the romance.
All right
You
now.
look so good on your live, Dr. Umar. I want to eat you up. At ease, my queen. At ease, my queen. What do you mean you want to eat up the prince? You look so good on your live. I want to eat you up. What do you mean by that, my beautiful African sister? This is the Black Parent Teleconference, my queen.
Yes, honey.
This is the Black Parent Teleconference.
All right now.
Consciousness over the cookies. Politics
over the punani. Okay? Also, shout out to Corey Joe. We gonna drop his mix. Here we go, Corey Joe. Some horns and something. Shout out to Corey Joe for the damn thing. All right now. Donations. Shout out to Corey Joe.
Donations.
1,000 watts radio,
Yes. Cash money, just hit the button, nigga. 6 that's 6 figures. It's a dream, but the price keep rising. Gold in my hands, we're feeling divided. Money talks, yeah, here it comes. Stacking up what they keep on finding. Keep on falling, we ballin'. Cash out for the snaps. Super chats for the stocks. Let it out on the side. Oh hell, what the hell?
Nasty. I love those horns. Okay, I had asked a question this morning. Okay, I asked a question this morning, and so it wasn't the full context, but we're gonna go to the full context. I asked y'all a question this morning, and this is where I got the question from. Okay, so we're gonna go into more detail. Okay, because this young woman came to social media and she asked this question, and I gave y'all half of the question, but she's going to add the rest, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay, so we're done with Lunell, we're done with Jasmine Crockett and all that nonsense, because Jasmine, let me share something with you. We the people, we want that 5K, baby. Okay, we want that 5K for each household, baby. Okay, we the people, we want that money, honey. We don't need you to talk for us. You in Texas, baby. This is Jersey, okay? This is Jersey. You in Texas, okay? Let's continue. All right, let's hear this young woman. I want y'all to hear what she said. I asked y'all this question and did a poll. A poll pick is all. I did a poll as well on this same question, but I gave it half, okay? Because the whole thing was foolish, what she came to social media and said. Check this out. This is what this young sister said. Here we go.
Please help me understand this. My lights got turned off. So I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no, because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off that you have kids that's in here. You don't care about your kids. I understand that I have a husband, granted, don't beat me up over it, but we fell on hard times. So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack. So you rather for your kids be in the dark than to help your baby mother get her lights turned back on? What if I didn't have a husband? Would you have helped me then? This man is crazy. Sir, help me get my lights turned on. Don't worry about my husband. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man. As my baby daddy, you should be helping me. So y'all, please help me understand that.
Now, Shay, right out the gate, Shay. Right out the gate, Shay. Why you got... Shay said, bitch, what? What? Shay, come on now. Shay, right out the gate, Shay. At least you could have let the men answer first, Shay. Damn. Now, Steven said, bitch, you have a husband? Okay, Greenman said, Lordy? Mm-hmm. Shay said, with the lights off? Mr. E said, they don't hear themselves. No, they don't. Ricky said, seriously? What? Jayla Ross said, what, huh? The level of foolishness, entitlement, and these, what is it? These baquettes. What is that? And these bitches, what happened? I'm confused. Oh my God. Lenore said, I think people just looking for following. Yes, I believe so too. Ricky got a whole thing in here. I'm not going to do that, Ricky, with you. Oh my God. Big girls have fun. Big girls have more fun. Girl, bye. Oh my goodness. Jersey said he got a husband. Okay, he got Jersey. Okay, Jersey said she got a husband and a baby daddy, and sitting in the dark. That's not right. Yes, it's not right. Now, Mr. He said did the same thing. Y'all gonna stop. I'm not gonna say none of that. Okay, Miss Straight Up No Chaser said what? Is she serious? I'm confused too, baby. Renee said, what about child support? I said the same thing too. Okay. Leonard said, this is a serious... Leonard said, this is serious breakdown. Yes, honey. Serious breakdown. Mr. He said, her coochie trash. Wait now. So wait a minute. Let's talk about this. Okay, he said, Mr. He said her coochie trash. Okay, so and Walker gonna say facts. So what does so if the coochie is not trash, so since her coochie trash, that's why the lights is off. Is that right? I don't know. Yeah, the comments that y'all writing, you telling the truth. Oh my God, I'm confused. And she said husband. She said husband, that the lights went out. And I don't know. Everybody go through hard times, but for you to call on your baby daddy, the best thing she could have done was take those kids to him until she could get things together. But damn, that's crazy. I'm confused. Anthony says she had the nerve to say my husband doing what he got to do as a man, shaking my damn head. Now listen. She said he doing what he got to do. Don't worry about what he doing, okay? The baby daddy is right. Okay? He's not supposed to be paying the light bill in that house. I ain't lying to you. He's right. The baby daddy is right. Okay. Now, is there some baby daddies that's going to pay some bills in his baby mama house? Okay. I'm going to share with y'all something what I think. This is what I saw growing up. Okay. If my mama would fuck my daddy, right? If they would fuck, my daddy would pay something in my mama house. Okay, he would buy my mama buy food or something, get something for her and stuff like that. But check this out. My siblings' father, okay, when my mama called for help, he never asked my mama for no pussy. He never. But my daddy, my mama had to drop them drawers, baby. She had to drop them drawers to get some help. My daddy was not. My daddy was not. He's not. He wasn't one of those men that be like, yeah, you know, I come. I got a brown skin baby there. I come help you. My daddy said, no, you got to assume the position before I help you. You know what I'm saying? You got to assume the position before I help you. You know, my dad was not. But my sister and brother father, baby, he would come. He would come. My mama was in trouble. He would come, cause he loved my mama. Okay, but my daddy loved that pussy, so my mama had to get down there and get in position, honey. Honey. He wouldn't just come out and help, okay? I ain't lying. He wouldn't come out and help, baby. If you wanted my daddy to do something, honey, you had to assume the position, baby. It was nothing like that. And then you know how my dad, and this is how I knew my dad was like that, because I lived in the projects. My daddy worked for housing authority. So my mama say, hurry up and go tell your daddy I need to see him. You know, I need to get some money from him or something like that. So I would run to the housing authority, tell my daddy, like, mama said she want to see you. She needed money to buy some food. So I would think he would give me the money. This is when I was younger. I used to think he would give me the money. But then I quit, I quit to what was going on. So what he would do, he would tell your mama I'm gonna come see her at 12 o'clock when my lunch break come. I said, okay. So now my daddy come, I'm thinking I'm going to the store right now, right? Now my dad had to make sure he got that pussy before he gave me the money to go to the store. So my mama would tell me, go outside and play, she be in her house gown. Go outside and play, with your friends, and then you come upstairs. Once you see your daddy leave, you come on upstairs. I never thought anything of it until I became a teenager. I was like, oh, my daddy was breaking my mama down for that little change. You know what I'm saying? But my daddy was paying child support. So I don't know if it was a fair exchange, because, he was paying child support. Okay? And she needed extra money. And so, you got to open up that pussy. So it's either, I don't know. Okay, I'm confused. Yes. I'm confused. I didn't listen. So, with that whole thing right there, y'all, man, and she married, and the lights is out. I'm not judging, but she called the baby daddy. I don't know. Shay said, closed legs don't get fed. Now, this is and you know what, Shay? Somebody told me that when I was a teenager. I also heard a grown person say this to, I can't say who they said it to. The person that said it passed away, but the person who got the message, they still living. So I can't say who said it, because they told me, and it was private. But I remember somebody said, don't come home with just a wet ass. And when I heard that when I was young, I was like, what? She told you that? Like, yeah. But when I told this person what someone said to me, and this was a grown person, okay? And they said, closed legs don't get fed. And I was a teenager. So, that's just like a hint word to teach you, like, go out there and give ass away. You know what I'm saying? So you can eat. You know what I'm saying? Listen. And you know what I did? I was like, I gotta grind. When I was young, I was like, I gotta grind. I'm not in for all that. Let me just give pussy away. I got to grind. I was grinding at 13. I think I started working at 13 years old. 13 or 14. I was grinding at that age. I ain't want to be out here screwing everybody for a little change here and there. And even though I ain't make a lot of money, I made $50 a week. But back in the day, $50 a week was a lot of money. $50 a week was a lot of money, honey. I ain't lying. So, that's what I wanted to share with y'all. Also, I want y'all to hear this. Shout out to Red Pill Awareness, okay? So, Senator Kennedy had said this. Senator Kennedy is a problem. He's a problem. This old man is hilarious. Y'all listen to this. Here we go.
I've got a lot of friends who are Democrats, and they haven't asked me for advice, but if I did, I'd tell them, look, you just got to try harder not to suck. I mean, think about it. Over the past 4 years, the Democrats mismanaged Congress, they mismanaged COVID, they mismanaged the economy, they mismanaged inflation, they mismanaged the national debt, they mismanaged Afghanistan. More recently, in their opposition to President Trump and Mr. Musk, the Democrats have chosen to support the bureaucrats and the spending porn over the American taxpayer. Just like they support illegal immigration over the rule of law, just like they support transgender athletes over women's sports, just like they support Hamas terrorists over Israel. All Democrats are not like this, but the party is controlled right now by people who majored in online activism with a minor and puberty blockers. I know these people. They think men can breastfeed. They're triggered by race. They cry if you use the wrong pronoun. And most fair-minded Americans look at this and they go, these people are about 10 exits past normal. And that's what's killing the Democrats right now. I've got a lot of friends who are Democrats, and
now that's nasty. If that ain't nothing but the truth, I don't know what is. Okay? If that ain't nothing but the truth, I don't know what is, honey. Oh my God. Did y'all also hear that Trump made a czar for what do they call that? He made a czar for pardons. A black woman that he freed in his first his first term. Okay, he made her the pardon czar. Y'all, there's a lot of people about to come home, y'all. There's a lot of people who was unjustly put in prison about to come home, y'all. Okay, shout out to Gotham City God, honey. Here we go. I want y'all to hear him. Gotham City God get a little gangster, so I just want to warn you first. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, shit looking like a fucking sweep out here. Democrats looking silly as a motherfucker. If y'all don't know, let me put you on game, right? Miss Alice Johnson was just appointed to be the pardon czar. If you don't know what that is, that's the person who bring the president people names who they feel should be pardoned, right? Now let me give you her background. Alice Johnson is a black woman that was locked up in 1996 for possession of cocaine and money laundering, right? Her first charge ever, she was sentenced to 25 fucking years, right? This is in 96 when Biden just kicked in that 94 crime bill and they was knocking out fucking noodles out, right? Now fast forward, Trump pardons her, get her out of prison, back to her family, right? Fast forward a little more to now, he brings her back in the White House as the fucking pardon czar. That's crazy. You understand? She went from playing with that white girl Aguilera, fucking with that Yola, to being in the White House as the pardon czar. That's crazy. To the people who saying that man was so racist and all of that, and I don't want to hear no pandering and none of that shit because he's already president. And this is his last term. So he ain't got to do a motherfucking thing. And now, let's get to this shit, right? When the election was going on and he won, all the Democrats was laughing and joking. My son, old Byron Donalds, he was shucking the job and he didn't even get a spot in the cabinet, right? Well, Trump just endorsed him to be the governor of fucking Florida. Yeah. 2026, Byron Donalds will be the governor of Florida. You understand what I'm saying? Another black man I was laughing at, Kiki, and calling him, he's shucking the job for Trump. Yeah, now the joke's on you, Jack. You understand? And shout outs to Angie too. She's another black woman that Trump pardoned that was at the Black History event at the White House, man. It's a lot of big shit going on. Like I said, I'm gonna keep rubbing it in all day. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Shout out to Gotham City God. That brother, he's something else. I follow his content on social media. He is something else, honey. Okay? He's something else, baby. Now, did y'all know they had a whole Black History thing up there at the White House, y'all? It was a whole Black History event, and it was beautiful, honey. There's a couple of people that I follow on IG that they was showing, videos. They was doing lives up there and everything. It was so many brothers and sisters like all together. It was beautiful, y'all. Okay, it was beautiful. Okay, I know they going dog walk and say some nonsense, but this is the truth. Okay, it's the gospel truth. Now I want y'all to hear this. I got something else. With a young woman that she coming in. I want y'all to hear this. Check this out real quick. Here we go.
Hey, watch this, and let's talk about it.
You mean to tell me that people are mad at Elon Musk for finding all of this money, but nobody is mad at the Democrats for losing, for stealing, for spending, for laundering this money or whatever they've been doing with it? See, the reality of it is, whether you like him or not, the money that Elon Musk is finding belongs to you too. So you should be thanking him instead of hating him. And call me crazy, but Doge is one of the best things that has happened to America in a very long time. The corruption that goes on in that office is deeper than you can imagine. And it's so crazy because a lot of people are moving with emotion right now, that nobody is using logic and asking themselves the simplest of questions, such as, how are these people net worth way more than their annual salary and they're only politicians? See, a lot of people are not going to ask themselves their questions because they're so busy in their feelings asking who voted for Elon. Well, obviously, a lot of us voted for Elon, which is why he's in office doing a hell of a job making America wealthy again.
So nobody voted for Elon Musk, and I like what this sister said because she got passion in her, in her soul. You can hear the way she's speaking. Nobody voted for Elon though, baby. But another thing too, we have to just stop blaming the Dems about this money, okay? Because the Republicans is a part of it too, okay? They the ones they vote on this stuff, okay? So they both was doing some chucking and jiving. It's only that the Dems are out here doing, all these old Negro spiritual marches they trying to do to get black people riled up and stuff. Some of y'all motherfuckers out here falling for it, but the rest of us just looking at them like we just caught y'all taking money from the from the cookie jar. Okay, so all of us ain't on that same thing. Okay, we all ain't on it. Okay. We all not on this same thing because they both stealing. Republicans and Democrats, they both stealing. Elon caught both of them, okay? The only how this stuff get passed is they both together do it together. They both a problem, okay? So here we go.
More than half of Republican politicians' net worth exceed $1 million.
True.
There are 222 seats that they now hold, which means that's more than 111 millionaires represented in the Republican Party. But somehow the Democratic Party is solely responsible for taxpayers' dollars being lost, spent, or laundered, according to this young lady. When both parties sit down and discuss where money goes,
right,
who it goes to,
right,
and how much goes where.
Right.
So please, make your statements,
So I'm sorry I had to cut it off because it messes up in the end, but that was Oscar Rep, okay? Rep or something, Oscar Rep. He put that on social media. I thought it was the young lady, but he put it out. And this is the uncomfortable truth. Both of them had both of them been stealing. Okay, both of them been stealing from us. It's not just one party. It's just one party out here acting like they crazy and the other one is quiet. So it looks like that it's just the Dems doing it on their own. But remember, they always use these committees. They do these committees and shit. Okay, you got to remember that stuff. They all get in these committees, and any stupid program that they had made up, they all get in there and split that money. What about the squirrel program? Okay, I'm out here counting fucking squirrels. Squirrel 1, squirrel 2, squirrel 3. I'm going home. I done counted 3 squirrels today and shit. Come on now. This is the nonsense. Okay? This is the nonsense. You got a program of how to make the best sandwiches. What kind of shit? Okay? What kind of nonsense? This is stupid. So both of them have been stealing money. I want us to understand that. Both parties have been doing nonsense. Okay? Okay? And this is the thing. This is the thing. Doge got out there and told on everybody. It's not just because he's with the Republican Party. He still got out there and told on everybody. The only thing is that the Republicans are being quiet. So now you see the Dems wilding out and make it seem like they done this mess on their own. All this stuff they were doing is on their own. That's not true. They both was stealing. Okay? Remember, who has the power of the purse? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Who has the power of the purse? Okay? We know Congress has the power of the purse. Okay, so that's where it is. That's where it is, honey. Oh my goodness. Renee said no honeybees but squirrels. Child, you ain't lying. That's what they did, okay? That's what they did. Renee said exactly, Queen. They gave out money like candy. They did. They ain't give a damn about us. They gave these people who are going through all this hell, okay? North Carolina, $750. California, they gave them $770. But they already had given Ukraine money like crazy, and Ukraine done got so bold with it. The president done got so bold with it. He said that he not doing no type of peace treaty, none of that stuff. He said he's fighting to the finish. Where you getting the money from? Where you getting the money from? Because it don't look like Trump gonna give you any money. Where you getting the money from? And then he got up there and said that you telling on somebody, because you got up there and said America did not give you all the money that they were supposed to. Another nation. You go in a war and another nation is supposed to pay for you to be in this war. That's why we're proxying what? What are we proxying? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also, donate to the page as well. Okay? Donate to the page as well. I got something else, but you know what? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay? My king is off today. Okay? And I can hear him coming down the stairs. Okay? And the kids are not home. Okay? So I gotta go. Okay? I gotta go. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming to rock with me. I appreciate y'all. Okay? I appreciate y'all for donating to the channel. Walker, stop laughing at me. I appreciate y'all for donating to the channel. Okay, Steven, stop laughing. Stop laughing. Onika, don't get in here with them. Okay? I gotta go. Okay? I was gonna do something else, but then I thought about it. I said it's close to the time for the kids to come home. So yeah, okay, I want to spend some time with my king. Okay, listen. I look good in this dress. Listen. Everybody have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. Okay, don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. Okay. I like to fuck my husband. The rest of y'all, something wrong with y'all. I don't, you ain't got you on a pole that you ain't got to worry about no disease. I'm confused. Okay. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about, catching anything. Listen, my sisters, y'all better learn how to, you better learn. I got to go. Okay. Much love to you all. Thank you for donating to the channel. Okay. Anybody, if you want to shop without, I'm getting all confused. If you want to shop with us, our family business, it's called ubandrexfashion.com. Okay. If you're interested, come out and shop with us. So Mercari, POSHMARK, eBay, and Mercari, POSHMARK, eBay. Okay, I got it. That's it. Okay. So the best deals you will get on ubandrexfashion.com. Okay. There is much, it's not that expensive on that site together. Okay. I'm trying to get it together, y'all. I'm almost done. Okay. Now, if you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page and you will see shop or store. My husband is looking at me, that's why I'm laughing. Scroll to the top of the page, you will see shop or store, okay? Go in there and check it out, see if you like anything, okay? All right, And Lennar said direct deposit one more time. I will play it. We love you to We love you too. My everybody, call me soon as you chat through. Okay, me sick. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Sister 1973, you said you sick? You not feeling well? Mm-hmm. Okay, Walker, see you cutting your eye over at him. Yes, I'm trying to get off. I'm trying to get off. Okay, scroll to the top of the page. Sister 1973, if you're not feeling well, baby, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, you said it's a call. You taking a call. Okay, okay. He does. He does. Miss Straight Up No Chaser. He does. My husband looks good to me. See, I don't. I'm not one. I'm not like y'all wives that after 18 years you hate your husband and all that stuff, and some of y'all you be married to your husband 20 years, you hate him and stuff like that. I'm not like that. Okay. Some of y'all, y'all get in there, you lock that pussy down. My pussy be like, wait a minute. Shoot, I'm not one of y'all who do that nonsense, okay? I'm not one of y'all, honey. I will throw these titties in his face. I'm not one of y'all. Y'all be doing that nonsense. That's not me. Okay, that's not me. You can tell. Look at me. You can tell. I'm a whole problem. Okay, you can tell. Okay? Some of y'all get in here and be like, take heed is crazy. I'm a whole problem, baby. Okay, I don't listen. The shit that I tell y'all to do, I'm doing it. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it. Shit, listen. The shit I'm telling you to do, I do it. I'm not telling you anything bad. The shit that I do, I'm doing it. Okay? Shit that I'm telling you, I'm doing it. Take heed is doing the shit. Okay? Okay, listen. I'm not telling you, listen. Okay? Play dirty and healthy business, baby, honey. Okay? Now I got to go. I got to go. Before we get out of here, let me get to this. Hold on. Hold on. Lennar made me go through this because I was just going to cut out. And Lennar said, no, you got to play something. I was going to cut out. Lennar, you messed me up, baby. I was going to cut out. I was just going to cut out, Lennar. You just play me out, brother. I was going to cut out and be like, I'm out. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Something going on. Is that good enough? Okay. Lennar, is that good enough? Lennar, you just started a whole problem, Lennar. Is that good enough? Okay, is that good enough? Lennar, are you cock blocking? Because that's what it looked like. I'm going to play the song. That's what it looked like, Lennar. Now, listen to me. I know that, take heed ain't right, okay? I know I ain't right, okay? I know I'm not, okay? I know I'm not. But I want to say, like these young women say all on social media, only God can judge me. Okay? Only God can judge me, baby. Only God can judge me. Okay? Only God can judge me. That's what they say, right? Only God can judge me, right? Only God can judge me, baby. I got to go. Only God can judge me. That's what y'all be saying, y'all, the younger generation. Only God can judge me. Okay, so what I do with my husband, Dick, okay, that only God can judge me. I got to go. Everybody have a good day, y'all. Much love to you all.